Good Saturday morning, everyone. Today on Perspectives, we're sharing the concept of precision medicine. Have you ever wondered why some of us seem to be healthy and regardless of the environment that we're in? And in that same environment, our family members or co-workers get sick. Is it what we eat, the preventative things that we do, the vitamins and minerals that we supplement with, or our lifestyle? Or could it be our DNA? Some physicians believe that all of those factors make each of us unique. Now, unfortunately, though, some doctors say that the treatments for our illnesses that they learn in medical school and the medicine that they prescribe does not take into account all of our factors that make us unique. So the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, and its partnering universities want to find more effective treatments and the cures to our diseases. To make it happen, they're asking 1 million of us to be a part of medical history.
So much of what we've done in medicine over the years has not really taken into account individual differences. We're really building a fundamental base of knowledge about how humans stay healthy or get sick and what to do about it. I think the practice of medicine will be altered in profound ways.
Moms, dads, brothers, sisters, people who are healthy, people who are sick. We want to work with you and make our lives better.
The whole idea of precision medicine is to be able to use individual differences to tailor prevention care that they receive.
We're building a set of capabilities with 1 million or more volunteers to figure out how do we enable targeted, customized care for an individual based on as much data as we can get about them.
I'm very excited about having 1 million people in a cohort. It gives us the ability to look at not just common diseases, but rare diseases. When you have 1 million people, even a rare disease that may affect 100 people.
This is something that we are invested in, and we want everybody who has a perspective to be able to share that perspective.
The more diverse representation we have, the better outcomes we can give back to the public.
Being able to bring communities of color, not only to contribute to science, but to contribute to our ability to understand the nuances within those populations.
It is important for minorities to be a part of this, or we will again be left with medications that are created for really other populations.
It's definitely important to have participant engagement and individuals being partners from the ground up.
With all of the information that we're going to garner from this study, it is going to help with prevention. Prevention is really what the key right now to longevity.
It's about health, it's about disease, it's about behavior, it's about environment. Why not? Why not participate? Why not be part of it?
The All of Us research program in our area is based at the University of South Alabama. And our guest joining us this morning to tell us all about the research program, Jillian Bowers. She's the site manager for the All of Us research program. Dr. Errol Crook, he is the principal investigator and leader of the study within the Southern region. And Annette Bowie, community advisory board member, and she'll also tell us more about the importance of being a participant. Now, when we come back this morning, we'll learn how we can make healthcare better. Perspectives continues in just a moment. And welcome back to Perspectives. Joining us again, as mentioned, Ms. Jillian Bowers. She's the site manager of the All of Us research program at South Alabama, along with Dr. Errol Crook, who's also the principal investigator and leader of the study within the Southern region. We thank you both for being a part of this to share some very important information this morning.
Yes, thank you for having us.
When we talk about this, let's set this up. Now, one of the information pieces that you put out says that the Human Genome Project began tapping into really getting to know people on an individual basis, or precision-based medicine, which the goal is. And now it says that this program, the All of Us research program, picks up where the Genome Project left off. How so? Tell us what, and you may need to explain a little bit what the Genome Project is for some who may have forgotten.
Sure, I'll start off. So the Human Genome Project really is now about 25 years old, and it started off with basically saying, let's sequence human DNA. Dr. Francis Collins, who was seen on the introductory piece about this, now leading the NIH, led that project. And that sequence was done on approximately somewhere between 4 and 10 people who happen to be PhD investigators and donated their DNA. And what we've learned now is that the DNA is even more diverse than just those 4 of the 10 people.
Yes.
And the technology has allowed us to really move things much faster in the last 2 decades. So in this 1 million people that we're going to get, we're going to actually sequence all of their DNA and begin to understand the parts of that DNA that we don't understand now. And having 1 million people around and having this big data will allow us to make great discoveries.
That's exciting just hearing you share that. For anyone who's seen the program, Finding Your Roots, we understand how diverse and just expansive DNA can be, but yet you can also bring it back into pinpointing people that are related that never knew they were related, but in the same environment and around each other, and for some reason there is a connection there. So we're going to look for people. How many folks are we looking for of that 1 million here in our area?
So USA has been charged with getting 1,000 people enrolled into the All of Us research program annually. And so right now we're doing a very good job. We have about 645 people this year that have already signed up.
For 2020?
Yeah, for 2019, 2020, yes, that have already signed up and that are on board. They are a participant for the All of Us research program. So we have a goal of reaching 1,000 people this year.
So when you're looking for these folk, how do you find them? How are you going about getting the information out? Of course, this is one of the ways, but how are they being notified that we'd like for you to be a part of this?
So we're primarily recruiting right now through 3 of our clinics at University of South Alabama. We have the Strata Patient Care Center where we take walk-in appointments, but we also schedule appointments ahead of time. We have another enrollment site at the Maston Clinic, which is located near University Hospital, and our 3rd location is at the Stanton Road Clinic, which is off of Stanton Road in Mobile, Alabama, also near the University Hospital. So as patients are coming into the clinic seeking healthcare services, we engage them at that time, ask if they're interested in joining the program after we've shared information about the program. And a lot of people have been really receptive to hearing about the program and really joining and being a part, signing up and being a part of the program.
So give us an idea of what happens, because when you hear DNA testing, some folks may have in their mind that it's simple, some may think it's something complicated. Give us an idea of what happens.
So upon engagement at the time of arrival, we educate you about the All of Us research program. It is a 10-year program. It's been in Mobile for 2 years now. And so we ask that you remain engaged along the way of the program. We talk to you about what the goal is, and we ask you to complete 3 surveys related to family history, social, demographic information. We ask for your consent to share your electronic health records and just your general consent to participate. Once you have taken the 3 of the surveys and you've given your consent to share your electronic health record, our research navigators that work in the clinic that help with the enrollment process will take some physical measurements from you. So they'll get your height and they'll get your weight. They'll also take your blood pressure. After taking your blood pressure and getting your height and your weight, we will ask for you to donate a blood sample and a urine sample. This entire process takes about an hour and 30 minutes from beginning to end. Once you have donated your blood and your urine sample at the hospital, we then bring you back to the enrollment location, the original location, and we make sure that you're comfortable with accessing your All of Us health portal, because upon enrollment you create a health portal. So it's important that you come to us with an email address and or a mobile number that you can use to receive information from the national level from the All of Us research program. Once we know that you're comfortable with accessing your health portal, we gift you with $25 in cash as a thank you for your participation in the research program.
Dr. Crook, what are you hoping to learn from this?
So the great thing about studies like this is we don't actually know all the things that's going to come from it. But at the surface, right now, we're hoping, I think, 2 big things. So one is, the main goal is that when a patient walks in to see their healthcare provider, they're going to have all this information that we currently have: who you are, to whom are you related, things that run in your family, age, etc. But now we will be able to have the opportunity to say, wow, here's your DNA fingerprint, if you will, your DNA print, and this says these things about you. and that will allow that provider to really be precise about the treatments they prescribe, the tests they recommend, the things they may need to screen for earlier. So an example would be that if we somehow find that there's some set of genes that we currently don't know about that say you are at higher risk for colon cancer, then we understand that you are a person at higher risk for colon cancer. We may need to start our screening earlier. That's something, I think, a practical kind of discovery that we hope to get out of this. But I believe the real discoveries are things that right now are not even things we're thinking about.
So I call that so-called human mystery of all of us.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to also meet a participant who is in the All of Us program with the research, and she's also finding out how she's helping others become one of the million. Perspectives continues in just a moment.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us research program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become one in a million.
And welcome back to Perspectives. Our guest this morning, Jillian Bowers, the site manager with the All of Us research program at South Alabama, Dr. Errol Crook, who is the principal investigator, and now joining us, Ms. Annette Bowie, who is a community advisory board member participating with the program as well as a participant. And we thank you for joining us in this segment as well. One of the concerns a lot of people have is about how my information will be used, who will get my information. There's a lot of fear out there now because of DNA now leading to law enforcement and other vehicles that have not used it properly. So what do you say as someone like Mrs. Bowie is about to participate in the program to allay their fears?
I think security is a main concern for a lot of our participants, just due to the fact they want to know who has or who will have access to the information. The All of Us research program, as well as the University of South Alabama, make sure that all of the information that's being shared is extremely secure. We have safeguard procedures in place to ensure that your information is not compromised. You have to consent to everything, your electronic health records being shared with the national program before we release that information. I think one important thing to emphasize is through this program, transparency is extremely important. So all of the information that a participant shares with us through the program, the participant has access to through their All of Us Research Health portal. So as we test for different things, as information is released, the participant can log on to their portal and they can access the information and see where they are in the journey in this program.
Excellent, excellent. So, Mrs. Bowie, how did you receive this? Were you excited about jumping into this? What led you to make that decision to participate?
Well, two things led me to participate in this program. Is that one of them was, being a voice for my community, being on the advisory board. I get to voice some of the people's concerns, my community's concerns, and take it back to the board. And then the other reason was a little more personal, because I had a family member to die with a genetic heart disease, and I just wanted to be a part of that too, so I can, make a difference in the community, and then with my own family and generation. And if we don't see a cure for heart disease or cancer, in this lifetime, but hopefully we may see it in the generation to come. And it lets us know that all this work that Dr. Crook's doing and Jillian is doing is not in vain, that, it's worth doing.
Now, when Jillian gave us an idea of what happens when you get the initial information and the process, how simple was that for you?
It was very simple. They assist you once you go in for your enrollment. The coordinators, they're very helpful, and they assist you with signing up if you have any problems with that. And they take you to the lab. So the process is it's a very, very easy process with you. A coordinator will stick with you the whole way, take you to the lab, and until the process is finished. So it's really, it's awesome.
So what are you telling folks now, since you've gone through that part and you're now participating as an advisory board member, what are you telling folks out there in the community to get them excited about being a part of this?
Well, it's going to bring change, I think, to the way that we look at medicine and precision medicine. It's going to help, you know, us help people be treated, the medicine be treated, you know, in a way that it's individualized, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's going to help medicine to where it'll make a change in your health and your the way that you see medicine in the future.
Dr. Crook, I don't think you could ask for anyone better to have that message being relayed to the public. And as you share this with both folks that you are working with in the medical community, because you are in a position there at USAID where you've got a lot of folks that are under you that you're sharing with and teaching, and what's the message that you're getting to them to say, we've got to get this out, that we have this program available here, and you're one of, what, 6 universities in the southern region. Right. So what are you sharing with them?
I think the big message that we're trying to get, not only here in the southern region, but nationally, is inclusiveness. All of us has the goal of making sure that the group of participants called underrepresented in medical research are actually overrepresented in this study. And to date, we're doing that actually quite well. So, and that group is a very diverse group. So we're not talking about just ethnic minorities. We're talking about people with physical and mental disabilities. We're talking about people who live in poverty, don't have lower educational levels, the ones who are very often not included in studies. So the inclusiveness piece is the message that we're getting out, and all of us truly does mean all of us.
That's so important. And Jillian, you're out there doing presentations. We have some pictures of you out there at different events, and so is that another vehicle where you're going to the people?
Yes, we are engaged in several community health related events often. We actually welcome the opportunity to speak with your social institutions or social groups, civic groups that you're a part of. We would love to come out and inform them and educate them about the All of Us research program and generate interest. And for those who are interested, our research team can set up an appointment and get them back in and get them enrolled so that they can be a part of the All of Us research program.
And of course, we'll have the information throughout the program to share how to contact you all at USA to make sure that those who are interested are jumping and getting involved in this. It's so important.
Absolutely.
When you look at the numbers, are you pleased with where you are right now, just introducing the program? We're talking 5 years, so you've got some time to really get a snowball effect going on, but have you been pleased with the response so far?
I am pleased with the response. By 2023, we hope to have 1 million people across the nation enrolled, and right now we are on target to do just that. This is just an opportunity for our community along the Gulf Coast region, and there is a lot of interest in people wanting to know more about the All of Us research program. But I would like for those people to really move into action. Give us a call. You can also, if you would like, you can download an app on your mobile device, the Join All of Us app, and that will allow you to create an online account where you can go ahead and get the process started in the comfort of your own home. You can complete the 3 surveys, and what that does is it will prompt us to reach out to you to schedule an appointment to get you in to finish the enrollment process so that you can donate your urine and your blood sample and become a core participant of the All of Us research program and begin to receive information back from the program.
All right. We're going to take a break on that, and when we come back we'll close out with some of the information to make sure people are able to proceed in that next step, and of course understand why it's so important. Perspectives continues in just a moment. And welcome back to Perspectives. Today we're talking about the All of Us program and the research that's so critical to make this thing happen. And Dr. Crook, one of the things that when we talk about all of us, we want it to be all of us in that million, but also people who are like Mrs. Bowie, who want to be active and reactive and sharing the word. Describe that individual for us who you're looking for.
Well, we're looking for that person who wants to have a voice, that wants to be an advocate not only for themselves, but their family and their community. This truly is a program. It's not you come in and give us a sample and you're gone. We're looking for that participant to feed data into the program about their lives, their health over the next decade. It's a 10-year active participant program. I envision there being several other sub-studies that will come off of this. There will be even more opportunities for participants to make that real contribution and for their community and their family.
And is that where the technology comes in, where you can continue to input every year?
Yes, that's why email address is very important. You will need to be able to log into your account, and there will be additional surveys that the National All of Us Research Program will send to you on a predetermined frequency, and they will ask for your input because, again, they want to see how your health changes over a period of time. And so we need constant engagement along the way. So we want you to understand that upon initial enrollment that we hope to retain you.
That's only the beginning.
That's the very beginning. We hope to retain you over the next 8 years at the very minimum so that we can re-engage you at different points. Right now you're giving a blood and a urine sample. In let's say 2.5 years or so, there may be another biospecimen, maybe a stool sample or retina imaging that they will ask of you, and our team will need to be able to contact you to schedule an appointment for you to come back in and to donate those additional samples that's needed.
And things change every year, and I think what's the age group that you're looking for? Beginning at what age?
Age 19 and older.
Okay, so you can take up to, what are some of the oldest people that are participating?
We've had participants as old as in their 90s.
Wow.
Yes,
okay.
yes,
So
wanting to
19
participate.
to 90 plus.
Absolutely, and we can help the older generation if they have concerns about use of technology and the computers. We have research navigators that can help them along each step of that process.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Ms. Bowie, how are people responding to you when you're sharing now?
They're actually very curious about the program, and they're, we're getting them to sign up, to make a difference about the program.
That is excellent. Dr. Crook, I know you've seen the changes in the medical establishment over the last 25 years. Is this a step in the right direction?
Absolutely. There are some studies I was a part of and still am 25 years ago, and this is actually growing from that. A lot of my colleagues around the country are folks who are part of those things. This is more inclusive even than those, and we just keep building on this. This has real potential for us to really make some major discovery.
Well, Dr. Errol Crook, Mrs. Jillian Bowers, and of course, Mrs. Annette Bowie, we thank you all so much for coming and sharing this information. There will be contact information for those of you watching at home this morning for more information on the project, as well as how to get involved. And as Ms. Bowers said, from 19 to 90 plus, you can participate. And the technology is an issue. There's also help available for you there. We thank you for joining us here on Perspectives this Saturday morning. Don't forget, every Saturday morning we'll be here as we seek solutions to issues in our community. If you have any ideas for topics, drop us a line here at Perspectives. I'm Eric Reynolds. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Saturday. Excellent.